Assalamu alaikum. Today in this video we are going to learn what a balance sheet is and discuss very briefly how it can be drafted. A balance sheet is one of the three main financial statements. The other ones are income statement and a cash flow statement, which we will discuss later on. A balance sheet, also called the statement of financial position, is a financial report that gives us a snapshot of a business's assets, liabilities, and equity at a single point in time. A company prepares its balance sheet at the end of the year and they post this on their annual report. A balance sheet gives us information about three things: assets, liabilities, and equity. Asset means how much the company has invested in assets or what is the current economic value of existing assets. Liability means how much loan the company has taken from someone. And equity means how much of the owner's money is invested in the assets or in the company. Now, why is it called a balance sheet? If you have watched my previous video of owner's equity, we discussed a formula like this: assets minus liabilities is equal to owner's equity. This equation is the derivation of the original accounting equation, which is assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. This equation is called the accounting equation and it is the heart and soul of a balance sheet. As we know, a company depends on its assets to generate profit. So the whole of a company is on the one side and the liabilities and equity of a company is on the other side, that the owners or the lenders has invested their money in. So balance sheet is called a balance sheet because the company assets are balanced out by its liabilities and equity. Balance sheet can be made by two methods, horizontally or vertically. A horizontal balance sheet consists of two portions. On the right hand side there are assets and on the left hand side there is liabilities and owner's equity. And a vertical balance sheet is divided vertically into two portions. The first portion contains the assets and the second portion contains liabilities and equity. Now let's make a balance sheet. We will make a horizontal balance sheet as it is more common in practice for public limited companies. On the right side, we will write assets and divide it into its two categories, current and non-current assets. We will also write the elements of the current and non-current assets as we discussed previously. On the other hand, we will write liabilities with its current and non-current categorization and also their elements. And also write below with it the owners or shareholders' equity as owner's capital in the head of owner's capital. We write the balances of each of the element and make sure they are equal on both sides. And now we have made a balance sheet. The balances need to be equal and they cannot come forcefully equal. The balances of the balance sheet come from a long process. They come from the general entries and a trial balance and an adjusted trial balance that we will discuss later on. But for now, we can see that this is the brief drafting of a balance sheet.